Good morning, guys. So, good morning. We got quite a whirlwind of things going on. You know, market making just big moves. We talked about this yesterday, and yesterday we talked about some trades on the SPY, and I don't know if you watched my recap, but over 50% gain on the last take profit on SPY puts yesterday. First two trades of the day were red. Third trade green, and that green trade wiped out all the red from the first two trades of yesterday, plus the one red trade from Monday. And not only did it wipe out all that red, it brought me back into green. So that's right there what I'm always talking about in the Discord, talking with you guys about risk management. That's it, where that one trade can make a huge difference when you have proper risk management system put in place. So today, there's a few stocks here making some moves. Let's go ahead and start getting into these charts. Let me see. Here we go. All right. So, well, the only reason I have SoFi up here is just because I was watching it yesterday. It's something I want to add to my long-term in my retirement account. I'm hoping that it stays trading under 20 bucks into January so I can add it. I just feel like it's worth a stab. Let's see. So we got a few stocks making moves. Get in here. We got a few stocks making some moves this morning. We have OP. Yesterday, this thing was nuts. And then today, there you go. Another, a big gap up here. Big gap up. And then that $12 resistance, still holding it up strong. That'll be one to take a look at later, or ARDX, another one to take a look at later. Yesterday I exited the Facebook swing trade, unfortunately, because many reasons. There's various reasons why Facebook has made the move it's made, right? Those of you who have been watching the stream for a while or are in the Discord, you guys know I got in Facebook initially, right here, my first entry. And then I bought more, and more. Those are all my Facebook entries. I scaled into it and I had one final ad I wanted to do. If we began to hold this neckline and this 100-day moving average on this reverse head and shoulders pattern, I was going to have one more ad if we got up here. But yesterday, Facebook had this really nasty red day. And this red day wasn't only because of the overall market, getting destroyed yesterday. It wasn't only because of that. Facebook also had some little bad news yesterday with coming out of the UK regarding Jiffy, that they want them to sell off Jiffy. So that kind of hurt Facebook, and I had to exit. I had to exit the swing trade because we broke down. The head and shoulders pattern was no longer in place. Shoulder, head, shoulder. We broke down. So I had to be prudent and exit. It wasn't a loss, wasn't a win. It wasn't a win. I made like 30 bucks. When we were up here, I was literally up close to 3,000 bucks on the trade. But you have to understand that this was a trade that had not fully triggered 100% yet, and it had not made the move to my first take profit. My first take profit is going to be up here in front of all-time highs. That was my first take profit, and we would have probably gotten up there had the market not gotten wrecked thanks to Jerome. So I had to exit it, and up here, that would have been a banger of a trade. I only would have taken like 20% off up there, held on to the rest to see if we got to break out through the all-time highs. But hey, it is what it is. you know, it just didn't want to work out well. A little bit dark in here. There we go. That's better. So exited that, you know, exited around 329 or so. And I was in at an average. You know, my initial entry was 324. I was in an average of 328 and change. So nothing to write home about, just a scratch trade. And that was it. You know, I'll keep eyes on Facebook. I'll keep eyes on Facebook. If it breaks the neckline and begins to hold that 100-day moving average, if it dumps further, you know, I might just scoop some up in the long-term portfolio and just leave it there. Stuff like that. But for now, I'm not gonna mess with it right now, unless it's a day trade or something. Because as far as holding on for extended period of time at this point, I'm going to be kind of like hands off and watching, because yesterday Jerome Powell, and we went over this in the Discord yesterday, guys. Here's a free link. You can join the Discord right here. Yesterday we went over this. Yesterday Jerome Powell came out and said, guys, we need to stop using the word transitory when we talk about inflation. What? My guy, you are the CEO of transitory, okay? And now you're saying this? Now me, on the channel, and you can go look for the videos. They're on there. They're on the channel. I don't remove videos. They're on the channel. I've been saying that it's not transitory. I hope it is, but it's not. Because why do they say these things? Why do they do these things? Why do they lie to us? Well, because there's people who are going to know or suspect, right, the truth. And then there's going to be people who, if they hear the truth, they're just going to freak the hell out. And that's what they try to avoid. That's why they lie. That's why they lie. Apart from the little evil schemes sometimes as well, you know. But you gotta think about it that way. It's kind of like if you've ever watched Dave Ramsey. Dave Ramsey comes out yelling, "No, debt is bad. Debt is bad." And I'll tell you, consumer debt is horrible. Like if you have your credit card with $5, $10, $15, $25,000 in debt on things like TVs, ATVs, boats, then that's not really good. That's pretty bad. But, you know, if you have $400,000 in mortgage debt on a property, and that property is worth $500,000-$600,000, well then, that's not really bad debt, is it? But why does Dave Ramsey say debt is bad? And why does he go, like, he just hammers it into his followers, debt is bad? Well, because you have to understand that the people who come to Dave Ramsey for help typically are in a horrible bind. And in order for these people to dig out of that debt using his strategies, they have to absolutely hate debt and all fashions, all types of debt, okay? Otherwise, they're going to screw up, right? You got to treat them that way. That's the same thing when it comes down to the Fed talking out into the public. It's got to be like, yeah, it's just transitory, guys, relax. Otherwise, it'll be like a full-on panic. So that's what we see and get things like that. But yeah, he came out and said that inflation looks transitory. Well, I'm sorry, that's what he used to say. That we have to stop using the word transitory with inflation, meaning it's here to stay. It's like, really, guy? Seriously? We all knew that. You know, it's here and it's going to be here. What's the other scary thing he said? Well, that in their December meeting that's coming up in a couple weeks or so, in their December meeting, they are going to have to discuss whether or not to accelerate their tapering. Why does that spook the market? Well, the market doesn't like change, number one. Number two, it doesn't like taking that safety net off faster, all right? And number three, the quicker you're done with the tapering, the quicker rates are going to hike. And that's going to bring stocks in the tech sector primarily down some more. Now, that's another reason why I'm exiting Facebook, because I don't know if it's going to have more downside, maybe get down here to 308, 310. Okay. So there we go. We went over all this. And now we can start to jump into the scans real quick. Give me 1 second here, guys. And back. All right, so let's jump into some of these scans here. Let's see what's going on as well. Oh, thank you very much. I could definitely use this. Some Cuban coffee. Throat's kind of bothering me today. The beast. The beast. Morning, my man. Thank you. Yeah, you know, it's like we really, just because one is a day trader doesn't mean you shouldn't long term invest. I believe everyone, especially non traders, should long term invest. But that's a topic for another day or another video. But it's staying in tune with the macro is absolutely essential, right? Yesterday, why did we nail that 50%, over 50% gain on the SPY? Because we knew the overall macro that was going on, right? So we were watching that SPY. Yesterday, I said in the pre-market, said, guys, my main idea today is SPY. It's going to be the SPY. That's what I said. And I'm not going to give up on the SPY. I'm going to sit here and I'm going to wait for it to trigger. And if these were my words yesterday in pre-market, if it triggers, I'm going to go after it. If it doesn't trigger, I will not go after it. And I probably will end up with a no trade day. But, you know, you got to stick to those good ideas. And that was a good idea. And we were ready for it. All right. So today, OP, this OP making a big move. I'm sorry, guys. My voice is really shot. This week I've been like way too much on the mics and whatnot. So this OP with a big move yesterday, I'm guessing obviously by looking at the chart, this was an IPO. Look at this move it did yesterday. That's insane. This stock from $5 all the way to 12 halted all the way up and then halted all the way back down and came back up here to 8, came back down under 6, gapping up today, holding 8. I think this thing's all over the place. All over the place. I don't want to trade that. I don't want to trade that. Joe, AUVI moving nicely. Let's go take a look at that one really quickly after I'm done here with this OP. Thank you. Okay, so this OP, Ocean Pal Inc. announces commencement of trading. Yeah, exactly. So that's all there is on here. You know, if this thing gets over 12, you can watch maybe for 12 then to set in as support. But you know, I'll throw it on the watch list. Let me start bringing it up here so we can put it on the watch list. Yeah, I want to see that AUVI you guys are talking about. Hey guys, do me a quick favor. We got about 10 of you watching here on YouTube. Do me a quick solid and hit that like button for me. Really helps out. Like seriously, it really helps out a lot with the channel. You have no idea. And behind the scenes in the analytics, tremendous help. All right, so we're gonna put on here OP, yesterday's hot IPO, watching for the $12 area to break and hold as support, keeping an eye on volume for extensions. There we go, 10 likes, 10 watchers. Thank you guys, appreciate it. Thank you, Joe. Appreciate it very much. All right, so we got that one. Let me start putting out, I completely forgot to tweet that we're live, but let me put AUVI on the charts here. Whoa, quick pop on that one. That has to be a news catalyst. Yeah, that has to be a news catalyst. AUVI. Okay, so AUVI declares monthly preferred stock dividend. Oh, monthly preferred. So AUVI, OP, some movers here. Okay, so on AUVI, we got that stocks dividend here. Boom, boom, boom. Let's see what they say. Holders of 10.5 Series A cumulative perpetual preferred stock shall receive a cash dividend equal to 21 to 0.28, sorry, 0.21875 per share. This preferred dividend will be paid on or about December 15th to respective holders of record at the close of business December 3rd, 2021. So there you go. That's why you're getting this quick pop on AUVI. Let's check in on some daily levels here. I'm not a huge fan here. This 560 area, look here, previous support there. A little bit of resistance in that area right throughout this level here. It's just shy of it. It's not on it. Then a little bit more resistance in and out of that level in here. And it's just above the 50-day moving average as well, which is that blue line there. That blue line is right around over 550, 555, something like that. So that's a level there to watch on AUVI, 560s for support, basically 550 to 560 for support. And you do have room at that point. You would have room potentially towards 660s and 680s, because maybe this area right here could present itself to be a little bit of resistance. Well, as a matter of fact, that is exactly pre-market resistance. Exactly pre-market resistance. All right, so we'll write that one up for sure. Good eye, guys. AUVI, special dividend, watching for the 560 area to hold support on pullbacks, could have room towards the $7 area. There we go. That's plenty of range. That is definitely plenty of range. All right, so we have OP, AUVI. We have those on watch. What else are you guys looking at over there? GVT has contract news. Like, there's no such thing as GVT. Oh, government contract for who? AUVI? Cntx. What the hell? Imagine like this thing here, it's so extended that the only way I would look at this thing long is if it breaks that high. That's the only way. Because even if it fell back down here to 7, you know, I would expect it to just start consolidating some. Roger that, the beast. So yeah, you know, that's the only thing with Cntx. It's just so extended already. Look at this thing. Last time it went like straight up like this extended, it just took it all back. And now you're getting that same similar move within the same more or less time frame. You got 1, 2, 3, 4 days, 1, 2, 3, 4 days. You know, everything's just so on point. It's deja vu. Gotcha. So yeah, be careful with that one on Cntx there. Okay, so OP, ARDX. What's going on here on ARDX? Does this thing have news or is this just like a dead cat bounce? ARDX. Let's go find out. Okay, so yesterday, launching and quarter, boom, boom, boom. So the first and only NHE3 inhibitor approved for treatment of IBS-C in adults. Potential peak net revenue greater than $500 million annually. Large and established IBS-C market in need of new therapeutic options. Okay, so it's kind of fluffy, this PR. Yeah, I don't really like this chart right now. I mean, if we had been consolidating, to a good little segue on what I'm going to teach today. You know what I'm going to teach today in the Discord. As a matter of fact, let me get my notes, my notepad here so I don't forget. There's no audio. People hear me. Guys, do you hear me? Yeah, well, I wasn't talking. So let me, golly, why is it so white? I gotta check on that light. Let me get this notepad here because this leads me into something that I really want to talk to you guys about. Okay. That's weird. Maybe internet or something. Okay, so all right, so check it out. We're going through these scans and these small caps that are gapping up. Most of them look pretty crappy. Most of these look pretty crappy. These daily charts are horrendous. And they're not trading all that clean either for the most part. There'll be one or two that are trading okay. We've seen it happen. But for the bulk of it, they're trading horrible, especially the leading gappers for the most part, which leads me into the importance of being a diverse trader. You don't want to just be a trader that can only trade stocks between $2 to like $9. You don't want to be that person. Why? Because those stocks don't move all year long. In my opinion, you don't want to be a stock. You don't want to be a stock. You don't want to be a trader that only trades large caps or mid caps. You don't want to be that person that only trades mid caps. You don't want to be that person that only trades large caps, right? In my opinion, you don't want to be the trader that only goes long stocks, because when we enter the inevitable bear market, you're going to be like, damn, I wish I knew how to short stocks, right? You want to be diverse. Yesterday, right? Long caps didn't look all that great. Where did I make my money? SPY, put options. Okay, you want to be a diverse trader because the market is cyclical. There's streaks of time where these small caps, they trade horrible. They don't trade well. And if you're not quick, and if you're thinking they're trading like they were trading, a few weeks back, then you can give back a lot of profit. You can lose a lot of money as well. You can go on red streaks that can be extensive. All the while, other people are still making money on mid and large caps or on options. All right. So you want to be diverse. That's why it's so important to get, educated. I always tell you guys, you don't have to sign up with me for any of my stuff. You don't have to join my Discord. You don't have to go through my courses, but get educated. Go through some sort of curriculum that'll teach you everything for real. All right. Anyways, back to it. AUVI, we got on the list. OP, we got on the list. Hello. I got a visitor in the office, guys. We got a visitor. She broke in again. You learn how to open the door. It's inevitable now. She just said hi to you guys. All right, give me 1 second, guys. All right, and back. All right, so going down through some of these scans are just looking at the greatest right now. Now let's go look at some other stuff here. No. We already went over Facebook. Let's go take a peek at Tesla. We're getting a strong bounce, a very strong bounce on Tesla today. Let's check in on the SPY. A very strong bounce on the SPY. Guys, you remember yesterday we drew this line together. This 455.55 line, we drew this together. We called that to be possibly the final target on SPY put options. Okay, I got flat my puts at 459 and change because of how extensive. Those of you who haven't watched my recap video, okay, or were not in the live stream in the Discord yesterday, we caught this move right there. We caught that move. That was such an extensive move to the downside that I was like, all right, I'm just going to get flat here at 459 because I expect this area to be a potential support zone. And look at this. We went lower. I got my puts right in here. Where were they? Was it here? I think it was right there. No, I got my puts right here using this previous low right here. And I actually got flat down here through 459 on my final take. We were just taking profits all throughout the move lower. Okay, we caught that move. That was a big move on the SPY. All right, so that's why I got flat there, just in case we had some quick whiplash. Also, I knew that was all Jerome Powell during the testimony. So today we're getting a nice gap up here. I believe part of this gap up is news that came out talking about, again, just basically repeating that the Omicron variant isn't extremely strong, that it's mild, that they don't expect issues with that. But the reality is, and you guys need to understand this, okay? This right here, okay? And, obviously the remainder of this, that was not Omicron. That is the Fed. That's Jerome Powell talking about that inflation. We cannot use the term transitory anymore for it. Talking about accelerating the tapering effect, okay? Which, if you accelerate tapering, by consequence, you're going to accelerate rate hike, because at the end of the tapering comes the rate hike. That's what that was. That right there is not Omicron. So that makes it so that today, this gap up, which I think is coming off of Omicron news, will it be short-lived? I don't know. I think today, for me, I'm going to stay away from the SPY. Yesterday, you heard me. I was pounding the tables. SPY main trade idea, SPY main trade idea, SPY main trade idea. And I went over the bullish case and the bearish case. I went after the bearish case yesterday, and we did well on it. Today, I'm probably going to stay away from the SPY. I'm probably gonna stay away from the SPY until I figure something out. Maybe if some news that I find later shows me, hey, you know, maybe we get a move to the upside on the SPY now, you know, anything like that. But for right now, I'm gonna stay away from the SPY. Now, levels to watch on the SPY, right, would be for this let me zoom in a little bit here. For this 462 area right there, if that level breaks and holds a support, maybe you got a little upside on it. You know, that's possible. Hey, Spark Dog, welcome to the Discord. Welcome to the Discord. Glad to have you on there, Spark Dog. Welcome aboard, guys. You can join the free Discord right here. So on the SPY, I'd watch for that 462 zone right here. You can see this previous support zone. All right, that looks like some sort of panic, right? But nah, that's just a misprint. So that 462 zone, previous support there, previous support area here, okay? And so far today, it's been a little bit of a resistance zone in pre-market. If we get up and over that, maybe you get a little move that can take it back to 464 zone, right in here, which you will see previous support right there, previous support right here, and previous resistance here and here. Okay, so that's what I'd watch on the SPY today. Very, very tight little range. I'm not going to trade it. Unless something changes, I'm probably going to stay away from the SPY today. Okay, just a heads up on that. Unless something changes, I'll probably stay away from the SPY. So, what else do we have here? Let's take a quick peek and CNBC, because it's 8:37 a.m. and nothing new has hit the scans, which typically means no real strong press release has come out. Typically, no real strong press release has come out. So 5 things to know here. We'll see. Let's see. Dow set to bounce on the first day of December after a big drop. Omicron fears. It's not Omicron fears that dropped the market. Bond yields rise after monthly. ADP data on private sector hiring. Oil prices rebound after a rough November. Coffee at 10-year highs. Should have bought coffee. Merck COVID pill advances. Biotech CEO sees protection for vaccinated. White House considers stricter international travel testing requirements. So those are some of the things that are going on right now in the news. But one thing that gets me is that they're saying Dow set to bounce on first day of December after big drop on Omicron fears. That drop wasn't Omicron fears. It wasn't. That was all Fed all the way. So it's kind of sad to see them, you know, push that narrative there, because that really wasn't what was going on. And, you know, that just turns off investors at the long run, kind of hurts them in the long run. So today's going to be a day, I'll honestly say that it might be a good day to sit on one's hands. I'm going to watch Tesla because it looks relatively strong. Okay. Roblox, you guys remember yesterday and the day before, well, I don't have it up here. So yesterday we put it in the dashboard. So you can go check your dashboard if you're a member of the daytraderchatroom.com, and you'll see yesterday's watch list. Also, if you guys got the watch list in your email yesterday, we sent out that watch list for free. Then you already have it in there. You can go check. But yesterday we talked about Roblox. Watch for 130 to break and push for 140. We broke 130 and we went all the way up here to over 138. Pretty close for the first take profit zones. So congratulations if you were able to catch that trade. I missed out on it because, like I said, I was ultra focused on the SPY. Today, for me, there's nothing on Roblox. As a matter of fact, I'm going to clean up this chart right now. It's not looking the greatest. Tesla will be one that I'll watch today. And I will be watching probably this 146 level. Let me clean up this chart. Let's clean up this chart a little bit. Yeah, well, I'm going to be watching this 146 level. You can see here previous support before pushing into new all-time highs at that 146 level. Also coincides with this top area right here and kind of like the low of the day, well, the low of pre-market. So Tesla, watching for the 1146 area. Let's call it 1145 because that's 1146.76. So 1147, 1145 area to hold support on pullbacks. I'll put this one on the list. If you guys noticed anything, today's been very difficult so far to put a list together. I only got 3 tickers. By now, I usually have like 4 or 5. So Tesla watching for 1145 area to hold support on pullbacks, could have room towards that 1180 area. Towards the 1180 area. Okay, so we got OP, we got AUVI, we got Tesla on watch. Okay. What else? Do you guys have any other tickers you might be eyeing? Because I'll tell you right now, these scans don't look the greatest. Let me check on my trade idea scanners. Give me 1 second. Oh, I see Leroy. ARDX had a conference call at 8 a.m. They basically said they might be profitable in 2022. ARDX. Let me see here. Yeah, the problem with ARDX for me was I don't like this daily chart at all. That's the problem for me on that one. Let me check on my TI scans, guys. Give me 1 minute. Let me check on those trade idea scanners real quick. See if they have anything different. Sometimes they have something that my TC2000 doesn't pick up for the most part. Happens all the time because those trade idea scanners are pretty badass, to be honest. Here's a 15% off code if you are interested in trade idea scanners. So let me take a look here. Yeah, see, they have this one that's not being picked up by TC2000. SLHG. But this looks like it might be a dead cat bounce. Oh, no, not at all. But why is it picking this one up? SL. Oh, no wonder I didn't go to that. SLHG. There we go. So nice move up here. Volume is kind of light on this one right now. SLHG. It also has VBIV. We'll check on that one as well. NIO, we'll check on NIO. Silver Shrimp, what's up? Yep, so did we. We nailed those SPY puts in chat. Okay, so no recent news as of like today or yesterday on this company. What else? It has VBIV. VBIV. There's tremendous consolidation going on this daily chart. Okay, so this one has some news. VBIV vaccine announces FDA approval for pre-Hevbrio or for the prevention of hepatitis B in adults. So it has good press release, but is it the type of press release that's going to have some hype? That's the question. You know? You know, I'll put it on. I don't like the chart much because we're in the middle of all this range, all this choppiness. But I'll put it on the back burner. I'll put it on the back burner list. Back burner. list VBIV FDA approval for prevention of hepatitis B in adults. Okay, so we'll put that one on the back burner. You know, watching probably like this 320 area at 200-day moving average is at. Could have room towards 380 to 4. So watching the 200-day MA area, 320 zone for support. Could have room towards 380, $4 area. So we're watching that one. PSFE. Let's check on that one for you. PSFE. Oh, but there's nothing happening here. This thing's on a free fall. Not something to day trade. NIO. Yeah, a little gap up on NIO, but this daily doesn't look the greatest. We're underneath the 200-day moving average, but we are holding the 100. I mean, if it holds 40, you know, maybe it gets a little move to 42, 43 bucks, but there's no reason for it to make a big move right now, apparently. GRTS, morning. Good morning to Ripchick, GRTS. Thing hasn't traded any volume in pre-market. Has not traded any volume in pre-market. I'll watch for yesterday's high to hold support potentially, but we're underneath that. We're underneath that on that one. Silver Shrimp. Thoughts on PSFE? They missed earnings by 10%. Stock fell 40%. I think it's an overreaction. I don't know anything about that company. I don't know anything about this company. Nothing, but this chart tells me to probably stay away from it for now. Unless I was going to look at it for like a long-term investment type of thing. And then in that case, I'd have to do homework. I'd have to dig into this thing, see what they do. I'm guessing there's some sort of payment processing because it says pay safe. Look into their financials, you know, who's the CEO, forward-looking statements, stuff like that. So that's the only way I can come up with an opinion on it. You know, I'll never just come out here and be like, oh yeah, I have an opinion on this. I don't have any opinion on it, other than I'd have to do all the homework I just said in order to look at it for maybe some sort of risky long-term investments, like a speculative play, because this thing's at $3 and it used to be at 20 basically. Did he mention CRM? And it feels like it has more room to fall, possibly. Down here to 250s, you got that's actually a better little area. You got a previous little pivot there, here, and you have the 200-day moving average right here lining up. Yeah, I figured they were a payment processor. So yeah, it's like I said, I'd have to do all that homework, you know. I'd have to do all that homework, look at their financials, who the CEO is, forward-looking statements, and all that good stuff, all that due diligence. But it's not something I would just buy here because it's cheap, because it could get cheaper. It could get cheaper. Wish, cash flow, positive. Look at this thing. Got wrecked. These people had or have a ton of money cash. And look at this chart, it just keeps going lower. So OP I already went over. It's on the watch list. I'll go over it in the Discord later to Ripchick. I know you're in the Discord, so we'll go over it later. Again, you know, when I go over everything with the team at the Discord. Cntx. Red wine. Red wine says Cntx. Oh yeah, we went over Cntx earlier today, but I'm pretty sure you weren't here. Look at this. when it came out. 1, 2, 3, 4 straight days up into this level. Got wrecked off that level. 1, 2, 3, 4 days, straight days up into that level again. If history repeats itself and it cannot break through this, we should see a pullback. So I'm neither long nor short this thing. Yeah, Silver Shrimp, tell me about it. Guys, real quick, because in a few minutes, I will be heading on over to the Discord. You can come join us there. You can come join us at the Discord. Free link right there for you. Also, if you want to get our watch list sent into your inbox for free, the daily watch list for free, Monday through Friday, and the weekly watch list sent for free once a week, then click here, free watch list daily and weekly. Click here, scroll to the bottom right hand side and sign up. So here you go. Here's how you can get the free watch list. Yo, Red Wine, welcome to the Discord. Glad to have you on there. Red Wine 12, welcome, welcome. Look forward to trading with you. BRTX. So Turip Chick was asking me about BRTX. $8 could be a zone of resistance. Do they have news? Why is this popping? Let's go find out. Okay, so BRTX, no news. There's no news that I see here. The latest news was 8 days ago. So I'm gonna stay away from this thing. Okay, that $8 level could be a potential zone that could hold this stock up, okay? All right, so let me make sure I didn't miss anybody's. All right, I think I got through everyone. Oh, the beast, yeah, man. I just noticed that off the corner of my eye a minute ago. AUVI giving back a big chunk of that move. I'm telling you, today is a day that it might be best to sit on one's hands. I'm not even playing. There's so much uncertainty right now across the board. And uncertainty breeds choppiness. Choppiness breeds frustration. Frustration can breed revenge trading. Today's a day to be very, 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 very careful, my friends. Very careful. You know, what do I know? I've only been doing this for about 5 years. Yesterday, I nailed those SPY puts for 50% gain. Last week, I nailed SPY puts for 77% gain. Okay? I've had like 3 red days in the past 20-something trading days. OP's on the watch list to Rip Chick. We went over it earlier. I'll go over it in the Discord with the whole team, and I know you're in there, so we'll just go over it together later. Guys, so we got a few minutes left here, and so far I don't see anything else hitting the scans that I like. I don't see anything else hitting the scans that I like, to be honest. So today's not looking like the greatest. Now, it could be a scanner day where I'll just sit back, watch, and wait for the scanners to pick something up. Okay. That's possible. And it's happened before, and we pick something up, something else new up, and then we trade that. Now, we got a little bit about 5 minutes here before I move on over to the Discord. Let me explain to you a little bit about the Discord, how I run it over there. Mondays, we stream completely for free all day long. Okay. And every day I stream anyways, period, Monday through Friday on there. Now, you might be used to those Discords where people come stream the first hour and then they either just close out the stream afterwards because they have to go to their job, okay? There's nothing wrong with that, but don't come out here pretending, right? Or they just leave their scanners up running all day for you and then they never show up again until the next day. That's not what happens. Some of them don't even get on the microphone. At 9:15 and 9:20, I get on the microphone on the Discord. And we go over the pre-market watch list together and all the levels. At 9:30, the bell rings. I don't trade the opening bell. So like the bell rings and you're like hearing hotkeys going off. No, that's not me. I don't trade the opening bell. I wait for patterns to develop, and that takes at least 10 to 15 minutes for the first patterns to start to develop, to start to show up a little bit. So typically my first trades don't happen until 9:40, 9:45, 10 o'clock. Okay. Yesterday, my first trades came around 9:40 or so. Now we trade all the way through until 11, watching charts, going over levels, answering questions, all right? Because you guys will ask questions in the Discord and I'll answer them on the mic. Then after trading is done, we'll go around 11, 11:30 before lunch. We go into live recaps and a live lesson. Then we break off into lunch. Then at 2 p.m., I come back on the microphone. We scan the afternoon. Charts are running, scans are running all day long. We scan the afternoon, check and see what's going on. If there's any afternoon setups, I'll trade accordingly. I go over levels, maybe go over another afternoon lesson and answer questions, okay? And then we go into the after hour session like that as well. So just want to let you know that's how we work over on the Discord. So Silver Shrimp, so puts on Cntx. What's going on over there? Oh, there you go. See, so now we got over that level. So now it becomes something to watch, right? Because now this 829 level is a level to watch for potential support. That's previous resistance. So now that one's going to make the watch list to watch that level for potential support. So let's take a quick look here. Okay, so still no news has come out on that one, but I'll still put it on the list now. So Cntx, unusual, pre-market volume, breaking through all-time highs, watching for the 830 area to hold support on pullbacks, and keeping a close eye on volume for extensions. Pre-market high as of now, $960s. So we'll definitely have this one on the watch list now. That's a very strong break, very strong break. So now that 829, 830 level is a level to watch for potential support on it. All right, so that's what I'll be watching on that one. All right, guys. So if you have any last minute questions or last minute tickers you want to throw up in chat, go ahead, go for it, because we got about 2 minutes here, and then I'm going to head on over to put the final touches on the watch list. Send it over to Jonah so he can send it out to all of you via email, and I can start getting ready to go on Discord and go over everything with the team. All right. All right, guys. So OP, AUVI, Tesla, FBIV, Cntx, all on the watch list this morning. We'll see what happens. It's going to be, I think it might be a little bit of a tricky day, but there will be some movers. Be very careful out there. Don't overstay your welcome. And on some of those tickers, watch your share size. Be careful. Manage your risk accordingly, and be very careful out there, because it could be a little bit of a choppy day. It could be. Doesn't mean it's gonna be, but it could definitely be a little bit of a choppy day. So just be very careful and mindful of that out there, and we'll see. We'll see how it all goes. But I want to thank you, obviously, for tuning in this morning and being on the live stream. Remember, I stream Monday through Thursday from 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. And sporadically, sometimes I will do an evening stream as well. I did one on Monday. So sporadically, we'll do those as well. So make sure you subscribe to the channel, and then you hit the notification bell. That way you're alerted when I go live, okay? I'll be back tomorrow at 9 a.m. In the meanwhile, come join us in the Discord, all right? Come join us over here in the Discord, and come hang out with us, all right? Thank you guys very much for watching, and I'll catch you guys again tomorrow at 8 a.m., all right? Good work. Stay disciplined out there, and be safe today.